Hi there, YouTubers. This is another little Harley Davidson how-to tip. Obviously today what I'm going to do, obviously I haven't shown you yet, but just got done replenishing all the fluids on my bike about a month ago. And the master cylinder went out. There we go. Got this little kit, Big Twins and Sportsters, 1995 and up, 87. It's a 42382-87A, Big Twins and Sportsters. And it's a cartridge kit. It's really easy to install. It's all built already. You just slip it in, put some .5 in it, lock and run. I'll show how that's done. Okay, it should go without saying. First thing you want to do is clean this off. You have your dirt grime and stuff going on in there. You might notice I took the front cover off. If I had the cover off, I would have noticed this going bad. I hate covers. Hide all the problems that you might be having. Okay, that's the cleanup step. Okay, as you can see, I've got the master cylinder taken loose, and if you follow the procedures in the book, they tell you to take the exhaust system off and a bunch of just crazy stuff. What you need to do is get this little cotter pin out on that brake rod. Just take that out. This whole unit will slide off, then I'll show you how to do it from there. Okay, I just did one of the hardest parts of the whole job. You see that little light? This thing is absolutely indispensable. Harbor Freight. That was like $3. Got a bunch of these laying around. As you can see, you got to take that little cotter pin out of that, on that little pin down there, that clevis pin. And there's no way to see it unless you got one of these. How about that? Alright, I'm going to take that off and show you some more. Okay, here's the master cylinder assembly. I'm going to take this big nut off here, clean the crud out from inside of it, and I'm going to show you how to disconnect this piece, and put the new cartridge in, and reassemble it. And you'll be back to having rear brakes, which are nice to have, although I rarely use them, because all your stopping is on the front wheel. A lot of people just aren't comfortable with it. Anyway, more on that later. Okay, as you can see, I got the master cylinder in my vise, and yes, I have a proper size wrench for this, but I'm showing you that you can just use a big old crescent wrench and just turn this thing counterclockwise, and that's how you take the cartridge out. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, again, here's your next step. Hold your master cylinder. After you remove this big nut, hopefully you have a rubber hammer or a plastic hammer or whatever. I'm just holding this in my hand and just tap it. How about that? What's going to come out the other end is the whole cartridge. We're going to clean this body up. I'm going to disconnect this clip here in the cartridge assembly, and then reassemble it, put some .5 fluid in it, and I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to bleed these. I'm sure some of you have seen it, some may not have. That's it. Okay, there's the body all nice and clean. I'm going to go remove the rod from the cartridge and install the new one. Alright, I'm going to show you how to get past about 5 steps. The repair manual tells you to knock that little pin out, which unless you have that exact punch is very difficult to do. The spring back here, you can take a couple of regular screwdrivers like I did, squeeze them back with your hand, and get a pair of these needle nose vice grips and lock them down. And then inside of the cartridge, if you can see that, there's a little clip which I'm going to reach in with these guys right here, which I got probably 20 pairs of them. Pull that little clip out, and this rod will come out and you can put the new cartridge on. Now the reason I'm showing you this is all my jobs I've ever had have been what's called flat rate. In other words, I don't get a salary, I don't get paid by the hour, it's by the job. So say this job pays 1 hour labor, if you get it done in half an hour, well, you made an hour's time. And if you don't have any work, you don't make any money. So you learn all these little tricks if you're smart. So I just shared that with you. So now I'm going to move on to the next step. That probably saved a good 20 minutes, that little trick. Alright. Okay. This is why this one wasn't working. See where it's torn right here? When I popped the little ring out that holds the ball plunger in, that was previously installed like this. And when you push on the brake, where's the camera? There it is. When you push the brake in, it pushes that down. Anyway, that just fell out, and that's got a cut in it, which is why the brakes weren't working. So now I'm going to put the new one together. Okay, next thing that we're going to do, now that we've got that little thing pressed down, is your new master cylinder. This is brake fluid, .5 silicone. Don't use anything else but silicone. Do not use 3, don't use 4, 5 silicone only. You'll ruin the system. And 3 and 4 attracts moisture. That's why you don't use it on a motorcycle or multi-piston vehicles like Corvette, sports cars, stuff like that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go over something which should be obvious. You see the holes in the top of the cartridge? See the hole in the top of the body? Notice the square end. Notice the square end inside the body. Make sure the hole is facing up like this hole. Shove this end here, like this, into the body, like so. After you lube it up nice, it's going to come in through the other side. And it's going to wiggle on in there, see that little pop? And you just put your nut back on, and you're done. Almost. Okay, as you can see, I hope, I got the brake master cylinder with the cartridge back on. I'll show you another quick way, a little quick trick how to finish up bleeding this, because I know the rest of my system is good. And you're going to put your finger over that hole where the brake line goes, push the pedal down, see the bubbles coming out. Now I'm going to let the pressure squirt out. Fluid coming out, put my finger over the hole, let this up, and lo and behold, push it down again. It's already hard. The fluid coming out, the fluid going down, put your finger over it again, let it out. Okay, I'm going to show you another little trick, only if you're the only one who works on your bike and you know what condition it's in. I know my brakes are clean and full. Crack the line loose right here. Down on the cylinder, you'll see fluid coming out. There. Crack it back. Now any line, any air that got in that line when I release the pedal is going to go drag back into the master. Okay, I got my reservoir filled. It's got a nice hard pedal. Now I'm going to go in the back, pump it up, just crack that valve one time, should do it.